Hello guys, welcome along. Well, it's finally the day. We're finally at Dynojet UK, where we're going to give Beastie a bit of a pasting on the dyno. Rottweiler airbox going on, power commander going on, hopefully the Dynojet quick shifter going on. Should be a good one. Operating theatre. Sounds good in here. So what we'd like to do, which is just for the sake of the video really, is to do because it's obviously got the KTM map and the Acro and that on it. Yeah. Do a run standard. Yeah, well, essentially zero out, leave the O2 exactly connected. And then, because I've got this airbox to go on, and then fit the airbox. They've given me a map as well, like their map, their Power Commander map. Maybe have a look, see how good their map is, and then tweak from there, if that sounds okay. So the Dynojet, as you mentioned, the Dynojet quick shifter, you can do ignition, fuel, you basically, or both, can you?
On this application you can do either.
Can you really? That's quite amazing, isn't it? And I guess that's just a preset kill time, is it? It's not rev dependent or anything, it's just like... And
you can change the gear settings, so you can have a different kill for different gears if you wanted.
Oh, can you?
So you can change all that as well.
Oh, really? So the pack, it knows what gear it's in, the Power Commander knows what gear your bike's in?
The Power Commander, all of them, all PC5s have inputs where you can feed a speed signal or a gear position signal into it.
So you could in theory have a different kill time between first and second, say, because you've got neutral in the way. And...
Yes.
So you fit the Power Commander and then put zeros in it, run it with zeros, and then I see. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. I think you guys have done this before, haven't you? I'm getting the impression that you've done it one or two times. So what do you need to hook into then? Obviously the injectors, the ignition.
And crank on this one.
Oh, okay.
For the Power Commander, and then the other one's the coil sticks and gets the crank feed from the Power Commander.
Not much room in there, is there? It's all crammed in. The master at work. Because I think on the 701, it was one, just the module, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So you got four. You say you got 4 channels.
Yeah, you got 4 channels in. You can sound to be fuel or ignition. Sorry, fuel or ignition. But with having 4 coils, we need another unit on there.
It's an extra channel. Okay. Yeah. That's going to be really annoying because we have to put the standard airbox back on there.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so Power Commander fitted, quick shifter fitted. What we're going to do is just run it up stock, see what power it makes with the stock Acro and the KTM map, and then go from there. So we've got a baseline. Ooh. Quite noisy.
Just a bit.
It's noisy, yeah. What did it make?
So just shy of 170.
170?
170.
Shit, are they at the back wheel?
Yes.
That's pretty reasonable, isn't it?
And 103 foot-pound of torque.
That's pretty reasonable, isn't it?
Yes,
What do you think, Randy? Is that a not bad figure, mate, is it? Not bad figure.
Not bad at all, you can feel it right in your chest.
I know.
It's very good.
Go straight through you. Okay, so that's the first run done, and 170 brake and 105 foot-pounds of torque, I think it was. But that bike has got the Austrian map. If you remember me saying when I first bought it, I said it's got the Austrian map, and speaking to Richard, apparently the lambda sensors aren't doing much at all, so it's almost like it's a map which is almost disabled the Euro 4 stuff from the factory, which could be a little bit naughty, KTM, but I'm not complaining. So this is probably quite a contested question, but a lot of people will say, oh, why haven't you got it flashed and why have you got Power Commander and all that? So I guess Like sort of, my response would be, well, it sort of keeps the bike stock, if you like, and you're not messing with the...
No permanent changes to it. As far as actually doing the mapping work, it's a lot easier and quicker to get better results with the power commander because you can make the changes on the fly. You know, it's a high definition table that we're working in. I mean,
and of course, quick shifter and stuff like that. If you want any extra things like that,
we've got full control over the ignition, so there isn't anything extra that a flash would enable this bike to do that we're not.
Yeah, and I guess if a bike's under manufacturer warranty and stuff like that, if you have it flash, that's going to leave a record, I suppose, as well on the ECU.
You know, it's not a one-way street. If you have a problem with anything, you can take the power commander off.
Yeah, just isolate it, sort of thing.
And then also at the end of it, if you came to sell the bike, the bike's probably going to be more appealing to buy standard.
Standard,
and you've got a power commander to sell as well.
Yeah. So now we're going to stick on the Rottweiler. There it is. Bang that on. See how much we can improve on 170. What's the guesses then? What do you reckon? The airbox. We'll get your bids in. They reckon 11 brake, but I can't see it. Not with that sort of power ready.
That sounds a bit ambitious.
I'm going to go for 6. I'm going to go for
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
No, I was going to 4 or 5.
4 or 5. You're going, yeah.
I'd be pleased with that sort of.
Okay. You saying 4 or 5? Which
Peak, yeah.
Peak, 4 or 5 peak, yeah. But bit more drive, you reckon? Is that the graph there? Is it what we just did?
Yeah. It's on the way up, isn't it? That's the limiter?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of maybe upping the limit a little bit? Just have a play.
We'll give it a try, see what happens. But you're exciting straight into the limiter. When
right.
A bit of overrun on it,
I see, so it makes it nicer to...
when you've got a bit of overrun on it, you don't need to drive into the limiter quite
a lot. Well, I do drive into the limiter quite a lot on it. It's because your power's building, isn't it? And you just catch you.
Yeah, tailing off.
You know it can ramp.
Yeah, that's a good one. You can feel the bike, you know when it's time to change then a bit more. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. So if you're in the UK and watching this and you want one of these Rottweiler kits, it's P3 Tuning is the UK distributor. So what we're going to do now, we're going to fit the kit, put the Rottweiler map on it, give it a run up and see how good their map is basically. These aren't velocity stacks, are they? They're Venturis, what? Because someone said, oh, it's velocity stack.
You also need to take that out of the airbox.
Fit it, baby.
I don't think it'd be a bomb person.
No, I don't.
Oh, so it's just literally, it's just air just coming in the front and that's your lot on the standard one.
Yeah.
You can see the amount of volume it can pull with that. It's hugely increased, isn't it? State of it. So these wideband lambda sensors, then, are they? So you've got full wide, because they're narrow band, aren't they?
They're narrow band, so these ones are narrow band.
The stock ones are just for emissions, basically, aren't they? For below 4 grand, don't do much over 4 grand.
Yeah, so what they're essentially, they read a voltage, and then when voltage 1, it basically wants to keep it at voltage 1, which is lambda 1, which is 14.7 to 1.
Right.
With our wideband sensors, we're actually reading a proper air-fuel ratio.
Yeah. And obviously you've got 2 on this, so you're reading them separately per cylinder. So we're getting proper fuel mixture per cylinder. Is it tunable per cylinder as well then? So you can actually tune the mixture per cylinder?
The Rottweiler map that's come with it.
It's already got 2 separate maps. So hey, pucker. So that's it then. Let's. I think we're ready. See what it does out of the box. about to burst. That was seriously loud.
Definitely.
Oh my word.
Okay, so
What's the story? Oh right, so it's putting a lot more at the top. Yeah. So the red's the new, is it, I guess?
Yeah, so here, for example, at 8,500 it's getting 10 horsepower, just over 10 horsepower.
Oh really?
Similarly here at 5,500 it's gone from 92 to 103 horsepower.
Really? Yeah.
So there's some serious gains there. Just at the peak, which I actually thought it would make more at the peak. It's a little bit less, but it will feel a lot nicer to.
Yeah. Oh really? So it's a little bit
ride,
less
so
peak, but more, bit more coming up to peak. So
yeah, a lot more here. I mean that's going to feel a huge difference when you're riding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see the standard airbox has got quite a big dip here in the torque curve and in the power curve at sort of 5.5. Now it's just a straight, nice curve all the way and then tails off nicely. At 5,500 RPM, it's 10 foot-pound of torque.
Oh, really?
So
it's much really flat, isn't it?
You've got this real nice flat curve now, whereas before we had a dip.
Yeah. So how's their tunes? Is it all right as opposed to sort of fuel there? Do you think there's any benefits, actually, any worthwhile tweaking it? Or?
It's actually pretty good. I mean, we'll probably go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Yeah. But out of the box,
you wouldn't think, well, you're going to have to get it mapped as well. You could use their map and be pretty happy.
Yeah, it's just a little bit rich on the front cylinder and a little bit lean on the rear.
Oh, so that's those two different. They're each cylinder, those, aren't they?
The ultimate is always getting a setup done specifically
for a particular bike. Yeah,
on the dyno.
Excellent. So we're down a bit on top. So what's the total peak now then?
We're up to 170, so it is better.
But
it's moved the
peak from the top.
Exactly. Basically, the peak previously was at the rev limiter.
Yeah. Okay. So that's better.
Which isn't necessarily where you want it.
Yeah. So okay.
Now the peak's at just 8.7.
So you can use that auto mapping thing you mentioned, the auto mapping software to just.
And also I'll play about with the ignition timing as well.
Yeah. Okay.
See if there's any gains you have.
A bit more fettling. This is just, so that's the mapping software which will just tweak it for this particular bike as opposed to a generic map, if you like.
That's it, yeah. So basically we've optimised the fueling and we've also optimised the ignition timing just by giving it a couple more degrees of advance.
Okay.
So basically we were at 170 and we've ended up at 175.
Oh really? So we've got a bit more at the top even for a bit. That's quite a substantial difference then, really, isn't it? Just doing that.
So that's the difference.
Well, that's between the Rottweiler map and the tune.
Yeah, obviously the biggest difference has come from the ignition timing.
Yeah.
Obviously that wasn't included in the Rottweiler map.
I see.
Yeah, and it's made we've been able to sort of make the curve even more of a straight line.
Yeah. Oh well, so what's the max torque now? Has it made any difference to torque? Or?
So it's gone from 106 to 108.5.
Jesus.
And then it's 5 horsepower as well.
So that's 175 at the back wheel now. Nice round number. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, extremely linear. Yeah, if I get rid of the...
and that was the ignition timing made the extra...
Yes, yeah. So now that is pretty much a textbook power curve. And
so can you overlook what it was but when it came in compared to what we ended up with? Oh Christ, it's a big old difference, isn't it, in smoothness? Look at the lumps out of it.
14 horsepower there. at 8.5, and then
that's interesting.
At this point here, it's gone from 98 to 106. Sorry, no, it's gone from 93 to 106.
106.
That was the torque. The torque's gone from 85 foot-pound to 98.
I mean, considering we're not talking a standard bike, we're talking a bike which already had aquapovic and that had the KTM map on it, so...
The difference between the blue and the red there is purely in the ignition timing.
Right, yeah, okay. There's a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's nice that, you know, it's filled in this hole here.
Yeah.
And this hole here. Yeah.
And is that something you have to do manually, or was that part of the auto tuner? You have to manually clock that in, do you?
Yeah.
So that's because you need a different module on this one, as we said, didn't we? Because it's... So that's ignition time, and the other one is the PC5.
Yeah.